So, hi everyone. My name is Tima, and I am an international student here in Berlin. And tomorrow is going to be uh, the end of my first month here. So, I thought that I want to keep like a video journal. Hopefully, someday I can do this also in German because I'm struggling to learn it. But well, anyways, for now it's going to be in English. So I've been here. Um, I got here exactly on Monday, 4 weeks ago. So tomorrow is going to be a month. Um, and since then, I've had quite the experience. So I want to share that. If you are someone who's considering going to like a foreign country, or if you're an international student, you want to be an international student, or if you're me from 5 years later, and you just want to know how it felt back then, back now. So let's see. The things. Okay, I'm going to start with the things that I love, and I'm going to start with the things that I don't love. Let's start with the things that I loved. So, first off, I think the best thing I loved here so far was, okay, how do I say this? Was the vibe, like the general atmosphere of the people, and it feels like you're living in a mini world. Mind you, I'm living in Berlin. I've heard from Germans that they say Berlin is like different, very different city from the rest of Germany. I don't know about the rest of Germany. Haven't had the chance to visit it. I'm sure it's beautiful, but these are my thoughts on Berlin. And so it literally is like living in a mini world because everyone is so different and everyone comes from different background. Yeah, and immigrants and international people are just a lot here. Um, yeah, so that's number one. That's what I love because it's so interesting, and I always love to like see people from other backgrounds, other cultures, and now, well, that's the whole experience here. Number two, the thing that I love is how green and clean it is for a capital city. So before coming to Berlin, I'm Iranian and I lived in Tehran, which was the capital of Iran. Which is the capital of Iran. Anyways, so Berlin and Tehran are so different, and I'm not originally from Tehran. I was growing up in a city, not the capital. But anyways, um, so I think like the fact that Berlin is so green, and even though it has factories, I didn't even know that until I took like a train outside of the city, and at the Spandau I actually saw the factories and stuff. But it's so green, and the air quality is just amazing. And yes, so it's like the end of October now, almost. Um, and I only experienced like a really bad weather, like a storm kind of thing, once, and that was for like 30 minutes. Otherwise, like the majority of time, because I heard that a lot, that Berlin doesn't get any sun, stuff. Well, I don't know if I was lucky or whatever, but I did experience a lot of sunny days, and it's like sunny out now as well. Um, so that are like two things. The third thing is the German people. So I grew up with a lot of American representation of what the other parts of the world look like. So, for example, I didn't watch a German show. I would watch an American show, and it would have like a German person in it. So my perception of the German people was just like, okay, so they're serious, they're very punctual, etc., etc. They are very punctual, except for the trains, which are not punctual at all. But what really surprised me and was a culture shock was how funny they are. And bear with me. I'm not saying this like everyone because like it's a country with millions of people, so of course not everyone's going to be the same. But I'm talking about the majority of the people that I saw, and they're very, very, very funny, and they make a joke out of everything, which is n- like the opposite of what I expected. So flashback to when I first entered the German borders, and the Zoll agent for like customs and money declaration. So so I'm a music production student, and so I brought with me a guitar. Um, and the Zoll agent was like, "Oh, so like you play the guitar, and is it fun?" And we started small talking because I heard that Germans hate small talk. Well, that was not what I saw. So from the Zoll agent, um, forward, the majority of the Germans that I met are very just funny, and they do love a small talk. Well, I mean, you shouldn't get too personal, but that's just like norm. Don't get personal with anyone you haven't met a lot in your life, I guess. But like, I've met a lot of people, a lot of Germans who are pretty funny, and we do a lot of small talk, and we get to know each other quite fast. And I think that's amazing. And the thing is, when you tell the German people, "Oh, you're so funny," and I think your people are so funny, and they're like, "No, no, we're not. Like, no, we're known to be serious." Um, I'm like, "But you joked with me like 5 seconds ago," and they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, but um, you know." So the funny thing, another funny thing, is that they don't even know that they're funny. Mind blowing. Anyways, so that's my thoughts on German people, and then my thoughts on how everything is working out. I actually love it. So, I've been, uh, so I have had this blessing in the form of a curse because I took some time to get my um, German SIM card, so I didn't have internet access. And mind you, there are a lot of spots with free Wi-Fi in the Berlin in the city. So Lidl's, the supermarket, Aldi doesn't have that. I'm talking based on experience. Buses usually do. So S-Bahn and U-Bahn, I don't have it. I don't know if other people have it. I do have it on bus. I do not have it on S-Bahn U-Bahn, and on trams, it exists, but I can't connect to it for some reason. I don't know. So yeah. So, but initially, I think on public transportation and like supermarkets and the big stores and just malls and stuff, you do get like hotspots, Wi-Fi centers and stuff. But the thing is, you don't get it on the street. And the other thing is, so because I took a lot of time to buy a SIM card, like I took 2 or 2.5 weeks, which is not a lot of time, but it's a lot of time if you don't have internet. Um, I was basically lost all the time. I don't have a map of Berlin. I don't know German that well. I can say Hallo, mein Name ist Tima, aber ich kann nicht Deutsch sprechen. And so, I was lost for the majority of my public trips. And this comes to the second thing that the first thing, the second thing. So the first thing that I didn't like was actually my problem. Why did you not buy a SIM card sooner? Yes, that was my problem because I thought I need to open a bank account to have a SIM card, which was not necessary. Yes. So the second thing that was not good for me was the schedules and the trains. And this, well, I knew it before because I watched like content creators, German content creators on the internet. But it still was a shock, and it still is a shock, and I don't know what to do about it. So I have Deutschland tickets, which is like students' tickets, so you can use the public transportation for free in Germany. I think it's in Germany. I don't think it's only Berlin because it's just Deutschland ticket. So anyways, I have that, so I can access the public transport, and I do access it. And the thing about public transport in Germany is, if you're on the bus, the train, the U-Bahn, the tram, whatever, it's amazing. Like, quote me on this, you do not want to go to like a train or a metro in Tehran at busy hours, say like 8 p.m. on like busy places such as Tattershah. But in Germany, you actually, if you get in, you'll find seats and stuff. It's usually very accessible for bikes, for wheelchairs, for people with carriages. It's really good if you get on it. The problem is you may or may not get on it, because this happened to me multiple times. And so I had to get on a train, and it was like, I searched it on Google Map, and it was like, okay, so this train is scheduled. I go there, I look, there is nothing. 10 minutes pass, nothing is coming. And this happened to me actually more on bus stations rather than like S-Bahn. And in the bus stations, like, okay, so it says, for example, at 4 this bus will come. It doesn't. And then the Google Map just says, oh, it departed. Departed where? I haven't even seen it. And then you wait like a quarter of an hour, and they're like, oh, there are no trains coming here. So you do something else with yourself. So that's how okay, so this is like the hard part. But the thing that I learned from it was the German, no, wait, not German. The map of Berlin. That's what I like. That's what I learned. So I learned the map of Berlin thanks to that, because I got lost everywhere. No, but like seriously, I got lost everywhere. And then I started to know, because I didn't have to pay for S-Bahn. I could just hop on, hop out, hop on, hop out. So that's how I learned to like look at, like, for example, okay, I know where West End goes, where Grunau goes, where like Spandau goes, what's the lines and what. So that's how I learned it. So at the end of the day, because like in my hometown and also in Tehran, I did not learn a single thing. No, I did learn a single thing. I did learn a single thing, but it took me a lot of time. And in my hometown, actually, it took me a lot longer. I still don't know a lot of places. But in Berlin, thanks to getting lost all the time, premium, I learned a lot. And I learned the city, and I learned a lot of things. And I also visited a lot of places on accident. So here's the story. I wanted to go and get a library card so I can have movies and books and series in German, because I want to escalate my German, because I'm in Germany. Where else would I learn German? And I don't need German for university. I study in English, but I just really, really want to connect with the people and the culture. And I just think like learning German is an amazing opportunity. And if you are in Germany or whatever country you are, and if you're an international student, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to try at least and learn the language. Because even if you don't make it, you at least have the experience. And I think that's what I plan to do. I really want to improve my German from 0 to hero. But anyways, so I was searching for libraries because movies are expensive, and this is another thing that I learned in Germany. because I'm just going to leave this very short. In Iran, copyright does not exist. So I had a very different way of watching movies, but in Germany, well, it's illegal, and I don't want to do something illegal. So I wanted to watch some movies, and I was like, okay, so how do I watch a movie? And well, there are platforms like Netflix and Prime and stuff, which are a good thing, I guess, but I don't have a TV, and I'm going to watch them on my laptop. I think you can also buy it and watch it on your laptop or your phone, but that's too expensive, and I don't know if I'm going to like all the shows, so, and I don't want to pay a lot of money either. So yeah, this will also probably be like tips and tricks on how to spend less money, or maybe I should do that in another video. Okay, anyways, so bottom line, I wanted to go to be a member of a library because I searched online and I found out that libraries actually do offer a lot of good things, and books and movies and stuff. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I got here. So this movie, if you know what this is, please be quiet about it. I'm gonna be quiet about it. This, I loved it as a child and I wanted to watch it, but I don't know if it's with my laptop or something. It does not play, but this one does play. Then oh wait, yeah, Wreck-It Ralph as Ralph Reichts, I think. Then this one, so American Gods, the dubbed German version, which I haven't watched it in English either. Wonka, which I also haven't watched. And yes, and yes, which I also haven't watched fully, but I did watch like one. I wish I watched like 5 episodes, but I will be watching the rest of it too. So, on a quest to find the library that has all of these, there's also another book that I bought that I loaned. I went to a library, and it was not the correct library. Then I went to another library, also not the correct library. Then I went to the third library, and this was in the organization of the correct library, but not the correct library. And that's when I went to the last library, and that's when I got these. So the first 2 libraries that I talked about were Stadt Library, I think that's the name. They're like the big pretty building, and they have older books and rare books, and they're free if you're a student. I don't know if they're free for other people, but if you're a student and if you have done your Anmeldung, they will give you your card, and you can also customize it. Mine has like a blue butterfly on it. So I went there, I bought the card, I've searched there, I did not find anything useful. There are a lot of books, and obviously if you're going to a library to like get access to resources and stuff, it's amazing, but I wanted to like loan something that will help my German as just like a person. So that didn't help. Then I went to the second library, which was the second branch of this library, which said that they have like music books and stuff in there. I went there. The music books were closed because it was like a bit late. Like they had a room called Bach, which I was really interested in going in and seeing what there is, but I didn't because it was closed. Then I figured out also this library is not the correct library. Then I looked it up from where I actually found this. We offer like DVDs and stuff, and so the name is ZLB. I went there. I went to the wrong branch again. So they have also 2 versions. So one is for like science books, mathematic books, physics, whatever. And the other one is like fiction, arts, music, blah blah blah. And I went to the science one, even though I had to go to the fiction one. Story of my life. Anyways, I went there, and so the annual fee for the library is €5, which is pretty cheap. I'm again talking about students, which is pretty cheap. And they also let you like loan a lot of stuff for a cheap price, and you can also like online reloan it, because that's what I did, because I haven't been able to finish watching them. So I have until 9th of November. Yeah, so that's the thing, that's the deal. But in my quest to this library, I found and saw a lot of amazing places. For example, Potsdamplatz, which was amazing. And I saw the Wall of Berlin, which I didn't know was there. Amazing. And I also went to the Fernsehturm. I hope I did say the name right. The TV tower. And it was like the Lights Festival. And I saw that. And I went to Charlottesberg. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the names right. And I also saw that. And these all happened on accident, because I was just like losing where I'm going, and then getting found again, then going, then getting lost and getting found. But I met all these places, and I went there and I visited them all, and it was amazing. Also, I didn't know that the Wall of Berlin is packed with gums, and I think it's a tradition, but it was not what I expected. But it was interesting anyways, and it was really, like, it had an aura to it. Also, another thing that ties up to the first thing, and I don't know if it's like for everyone or if it's just for me, I'm going to open like a Girokonto in Sparkasse, and well, they told me to be there on Wednesday 9:30, and I was planning to be there on Wednesday 9:30, and you probably know where this is going. I got there at 9:40, and they told me to come next week, which is understandable. But the reason why I wasn't able to go there were the trains. And I could go there if I was like supposed to, like if I could go to like a branch next to me, which was closer, and I would be on time. But the thing is, in Germany, if you choose a branch, you're going to stick to that branch for the rest of your stay in Germany. And everything you need mainly should be done at that branch, and other branches will not take responsibility, which is kind of odd. So I thought that the best option for me is to pick a branch that is next to my university, which is not going to change because maybe my home will change. So I didn't go to the branch that was next to me here. I went to the branch that was next to my university, so that was like on Karl-Marx-Straße. And yeah, they just told me come next week. And from there I went to the Hermannstraße, and they also said the same thing, so I came back home. So that was sad, because now I have to wait for another week, and also like I need to pay rent using the Girokonto, because I have cash and they don't, like, my residence doesn't accept cash, so I need to open the bank account, then and from then send them the money, which is fine. I do have until like next Wednesday, but still it's a bit annoying, I guess. Like I would appreciate if like either they said like be there 9:30 sharp, because it will close, like someone told me this, or if like they would just accept people until like 10, for like half an hour. But no, that's not how it is. So next time I'm going to be there at 9 and wait for them to open. So that's like the two things that I didn't like about Germany, and like the 4 or 5 things that I did love about it. So Berlin is amazing. I just really feel comfortable here, and I like being outside, which is interesting because I don't really like being outside. And I made a lot of friends from a lot of countries, and like from Romania, from Hungary, from a lot of countries, and I'm very blessed for them. So that's amazing. And I went to with one of my friends. I went to the Magic Museum, which is like interactive museum, which is pretty cute and it's really nice, and I really recommend it. Then like I went to a bar and like a night, is it a nightclub? I don't know, whatever. Um, which was interesting because I didn't know that women are going there for free. Wow, interesting. Um, so yeah, that was also interesting. Another thing that I would say that's okay. So one of the saddest parts of moving abroad is not being with my parents. Yes, and that may sound like it's not the best thing, but um yeah. So me and my parents are very close, and before coming to Germany, even though I lived for a year in Tehran, I would spend a lot of time home and like a lot of weeks at home or weekends home, because like my city and Tehran are not that far away. But now I'm in Germany and it's a different country and it's a different continent, so I can't just easily go there. Actually, I haven't, but I can't go there until maybe the winter break or maybe the summer break. And that's sad. But hi. It's okay. Like I think about the reason that I'm here and what I want to do, and it really helps. But I still like, you know, I just really, I just really miss them. And if you're my parents and watching this, hi, I just really miss you. Anyways, so that's like a bit of a low, but again, like curse, blessing in a curse stuff. Um, because my parents are not here, I've learned a lot of things about being an adult. For example, Iranian dishes are not that common to be found, or at least I haven't seen like restaurants, but a cheap price and a good Iranian dish. So I have to make everything from scratch, and that's interesting because I couldn't cook back home. Like I would cook, but I would just like the rice cooker would cook, and I would just warm up a meal that my mom made for me, and I would call that cooking. But now I actually got to cook, and so I want to make horme sabzi, and I went to the store and I bought the vegetables, I brought them, I washed them, I cook like actually from scratch. And that's interesting because when it turns out good, it's really rewarding. But it also does sometimes not turn out good, and then you're hungry. Which is why my advice is to always have like French fries or nuggets, chicken nuggets or stuff as a supplementary. So if you mess up, you know that you're not going to starve. Yes, and I will also, I think, talk about the diet that I have here and how I'm trying to like keep it all even in the next video. But for now, no. So I will be making more of these videos for a lot of reasons. Documenting and keeping like a video diary and also helping others. So if you're interested, maybe tag along. That's it. Bye.